Heartfelt message from Amanda Anisimova and Coco. Exciting surprises await in Riyadh. The desert sky of Riyadh shimmered under the fading sun, turning from gold to rose as twilight embraced the city. It was a calm before the storm, the electric stillness that only arrives before something monumental. Across social media, fans around the world held their breath as two of America's brightest tennis stars, Coco Gauff and Amanda Anisimova, sent out a joint message that would light up the global tennis community. To our amazing fans, we've arrived in Riyadh. The energy here is unreal, and we've got something special coming your way. Stay tuned for surprises. You're not ready for what's next. Within minutes, the internet erupted. Hashtag American Queens trended worldwide. Hashtag Riyadh Finals soared across every timeline. But behind that message was more than just anticipation. It was a celebration of friendship, resilience, and the journey of two women whose paths have been anything but ordinary. The WTA Finals had finally landed in Riyadh, and the city pulsed with energy that could be felt even through the screens of millions of fans. Giant billboards towered over the streets. Coco on one side, radiant and fierce, Amanda on the other, calm yet unshakably confident. The two had been training together for days, fine-tuning serves, rallying under the warm Arabian sun, and laughing between drills. It was a sight fans loved. Two competitors turned sisters in arms, representing not just their country, but the essence of a new generation of women's tennis. Coco, ever the firebrand, carried the energy of a champion who thrived on pressure. She had conquered grand slams, battled legends, and carried the hopes of a generation. Amanda, the elegant assassin, brought poise and power, her strokes laced with artistry, her quiet demeanor hiding an unyielding determination. Together, they embodied balance, passion and precision, flame and calm, the message that melted hearts. Their message, though brief, had weight. It wasn't just about the upcoming matches. It was personal. Amanda had shared in a behind-the-scenes clip. This season has been a journey of rediscovery for me. After all the ups and downs, to be back here, feeling strong, feeling grateful, is emotional, and sharing this moment with Coco makes it even more special. Coco smiled beside her, nodding. We've both grown so much, on the court, off the court. To be here together in Riyadh for the finals, it feels like destiny. Fans around the world reacted with warmth. Their camaraderie was genuine, built not just on mutual respect, but on years of parallel struggle. Amanda, who had once stepped away from tennis to heal her mental and emotional well-being, now stood reborn, her confidence radiating with every swing. Coco, who had carried the weight of expectation since she was a teenager, now carried herself like a woman who owned her greatness. Their friendship wasn't strategic. It was soulful, reigniting the American flame. In the golden era of American women's tennis, legends like Serena and Venus had set the standard. But now, the torch had passed, and Coco and Amanda were ready to carry it into a new dawn. Their paths had crossed since their early teenage years, sharing locker rooms, junior tournaments, and endless travel days. Sometimes rivals, sometimes doubles partners, but always kindred spirits. As Coco once said in an interview, Amanda is one of those players I've always looked up to, not just for her game, but her courage. She's been through a lot, and yet she's here, stronger. That inspires me. And Amanda had her own words of admiration. Coco reminds me what it means to fight for every point. She plays with heart, and that's something you can't teach. You just have it. In Riyadh, the American flag waved high again, not just for their victories, but for what they represented, renewal. Riyadh awaits. Riyadh wasn't just another stop on the tour. It was a finale. The city had transformed into a hub of tennis brilliance, blending culture, innovation, and sport into one dazzling spectacle. Fans gathered outside the King Abdullah Arena, their cheers echoing through the desert air. Posters of Coco and Amanda hung side by side across streets and malls. Even those who weren't tennis fans were swept up by the excitement. And inside the players' quarters, something special was indeed brewing. Rumors spread. Were Coco and Amanda planning a joint doubles exhibition? Was there a fan event in the works? Or something even bigger, a collaboration celebrating women in sports empowerment? Their teams remained tight-lipped. But what everyone knew was this. Whatever they had planned, it would come straight from the heart. The training diaries. Behind closed doors, the two American stars trained with unrelenting focus. The Riyadh heat tested endurance, but also forged champions. In one corner, Coco serves cracked like thunder, her movement electric. Her coach called out cues: explode, commit, finish strong. And each word seemed to ignite her fire. Amanda, meanwhile, was pure poetry. Her backhand sliced through the air with elegance. Her expression remained serene, but her intensity burned within. Between sessions, they exchanged smiles, jokes, and playlists. "We got to keep the vibe right," Coco laughed, cueing up R&B and hip-hop beats that echoed through the empty stadium. Amanda responded with her signature grin. "You know I'm bringing the calm after the storm." That was their secret. They balanced each other. The surprise unveiled. The night before the first matches, Coco and Amanda posted a short video that broke the internet. The camera opened with Riyadh skyline, glowing beneath the moonlight. Then came Coco's voice. "We came here to play, but also to give something back." Amanda followed. "We're launching something close to our hearts. The Queen's Rise Initiative, a mentorship project for young girls in tennis across the Middle East." Cheers erupted online. Their initiative aimed to host workshops, mini-clinics, and scholarships for aspiring young female athletes in Saudi Arabia and beyond. It wasn't just about tennis. It was about empowerment, visibility, and the courage to dream big. In a world where women's sports were still finding their global footing, days after the tournament ended, social media was still ablaze with clips, quotes, and highlights. Young girls from Riyadh to New York were posting photos with tennis rackets, tagging #QueensRise. The initiative Coco and Amanda launched had already begun its first mentorship sessions, with dozens of young players attending clinics led by local coaches inspired by the Two Stars mission. In an emotional Instagram post, Amanda wrote, "It wasn't just about tennis. It was about showing up for each other, for every young girl who dreams big. Riyadh changed us. Thank you for believing." Coco replied in the comments with a heart emoji and the words, "And we're just getting started." Their heartfelt message had begun as a simple promise of surprises in Riyadh, but it had become something far greater, a story of unity, empowerment, and purpose. Coco Gauff and Amanda Anisimova had not only played for trophies, they played for hearts. They reminded the world that sport isn't just about competition. It's about connection. And as the lights dimmed on Riyadh's Grand Arena, one truth sparkled brighter than the rest. Two American queens came not only to compete, but to inspire an entire generation to rise. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.